Hey, before you watch this whole video, you should know that you're able to slow it down if it's going too fast. All you have to do is click the gear icon and select playback speed. Any of these options above normal will slow it down. Hi, I'm Becky. Welcome to the Direct Message Video Tutorials. In today's episode, we're going to go over how to use your camera and the photo app on your iPhone or your iPad. First, let's start with the photo app. Touch it to open it. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. Here you'll notice 4 icons on the bottom of your screen. The one furthest to the left is called Library. This is where you can view all of your photos or view photos that you took on particular days. Photo app Library is very clever in the way they organize your photos and videos. You can see the furthest to the left, it says years. Let's say you're looking for a particular photo from a certain year. This is a great way to narrow down your search. For now, let's go through all photos, which can be found in the bottom right of the screen. Now we can scroll through all the videos and photos on our phone by touching the screen and dragging our finger up and down. When we want to view a certain photo, all we have to do is touch it. We'll notice in some of the squares that there's a timestamp in the bottom right-hand corner. This indicates that it's actually a video file, and it shows you how long that video is. Now let's teach you how to select multiple photos at once. This is particularly helpful if you want to delete a bunch of photos at once or share a lot of photos at one time. You'll see in the top right-hand corner of the screen, there's a word that says Select. Touch it to continue. Once you touch the Select button, you'll notice that it turns into the word Cancel, which means that we are in Photo Select mode. You'll notice on the bottom of the screen, it says Select Items now. Once you select photos, videos, or both, you'll notice 2 blue icons light up at the bottom of the screen. You'll also notice that each video or photo that you touch has a blue check mark on it now. This indicates that these photos or videos are selected. In the bottom left-hand side of the screen, there's this icon. It means to share. So this is where we can send our files, our photos, our videos to either particular people or a specific app that you might want to share them through. In the top of the list, we can see different people in our contacts. And so that means we can send the files through a text message. But just keep in mind that not everyone is able to receive these types of files through a text message. Another way to send these files is through email or another social media app, such as Facebook. We can see all the options of where we want to send our files to by scrolling through side to side. One option that might help you a lot is the email app, and it looks like this. Below the contacts and the apps is another list of options that might be helpful. Not all of these are necessary, but let's show you some of the options that might help you. This feature is great if you went on a trip, let's say, and you want to put all of your photos and videos from that trip into one place. There's also an option to hide photos from the list, like let's say you have any incriminating photos or sexy photos that you don't want your grandchildren to see when they're using your phone. You can hide them. At the very bottom, you'll see an option for printing, but keep in mind that this is only possible with Wi-Fi printers. If you decide that none of these options are helpful, then you can always exit out by touching the X at the top right-hand side of the screen. If you'd like to deselect the pictures or videos, then you can just touch the Cancel button at the top right-hand side of the screen. You also have the option to delete all the photos that you've selected, and you just do that by touching the trash icon located in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Let's go over some more options of things we can do here. Let's start by opening a photo by just simply touching it. Now let's go back to the library and select another photo. In the top right-hand side of the screen, there's the word Edit in blue. When we touch it, we're taken to this screen. Here we are given a list of options on how we can artistically change the photo. When we scroll with our finger through these different options, we can see how we can alter our photo. So as you can see, there's a lot of different options, and we don't have the time to cover all of them, but I encourage you to experiment and see what each of the options do. There's an artistic creative tool at your fingertips, and go forth. See what you can come up with and see what you like and what you don't like. So once you're done fiddling around with the settings and you like the edits that you made, just touch done in the bottom right hand side of the corner. But keep in mind that this will change that original photo. And if you don't like the alters that you made, then you can just hit cancel by touching cancel in the bottom left hand side of the screen. And that's all there is to it with the Photos app. Now let's go over the camera app to show you how to take photos and videos. So now we're going to open the camera app. It looks like this. Touch it to open it up and it will bring you to this page. There's a yellow word at the bottom that lets us know which camera mode we are using. Right now we're on photo. When we swipe our finger to the left or to the right, it will show us the different camera modes. The two most important ones are photo and video for obvious reasons. But there's also some other pretty fun options too, such as pano, meaning panoramic photo, and slow-mo, to make a slow motion video. In the top left-hand corner is the flash icon. When we touch it, we can turn on our flash just like a regular camera. Right now it's set to auto, but this is where you can change it to the option that you want. You'll notice the picture in the bottom left of the screen. When you touch it, it automatically opens our photo app. This is super helpful for going immediately to look at all the photos that you've just taken. Simply touch the white circle button to take your first photo. But remember to make sure that you're in the photo mode. Now let's flip our camera to take a selfie. Touch the camera flipping icon again at the bottom right hand side of the screen, and then when you're ready, touch the white circle button in the bottom of the screen to take your photo. Another way to take a photo is to touch your volume button on the side of your phone, if it's easier for you to do it that way. Go to video mode by scrolling with your finger, and you'll notice that you're in video mode when the white circle turns red. And now we can start recording by either touching the red button or touching one of the volume buttons. It might be helpful for you to turn your phone to landscape mode. This is probably how you're most used to seeing videos anyway. When you're done recording, touch the red button again or press one of the volume buttons. That will stop the recording. And to view your video that you just took, just touch that square in the bottom left-hand corner, and this will open up the Photos app for you to review the video you just took. And if you're not happy with the video you just took, simply delete it by touching the trash icon. That concludes this episode on how to use your camera app and your photo app on an iPhone or an iPad. Thank you so much for tuning in to Direct Message Video Tutorials. Touch here to watch the next episode.